At WHL with Van and Bonnie in the morning. One of our very favorite segments that we do here is quite a long time ago we created the Van and Bonnie Hall of Heroes, and we thought, you know, it would be fun to honor people that a lot of times, you know, you see a lot of big honors. Sometimes people do things you don't hear that much about.
That's right.
Would be fun to.
And their stories need to be told.
Absolutely, yeah. So we started our Hall of Heroes, and you can see it at WHLradio.com.
You can also nominate a hero at WHLradio.com.
Yeah. Tell us what somebody did or does that you know that you consider to be a hero, and maybe they'll wind up being here as part of this as well. And then, of course, the logical progression of this, the Iowa Hall of Pride, and Jack Lazier jumped on board to help us make this possible. Jack's here now. Hi, Jack.
Hello. Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Nice to have you here.
It's great. It's always fun to sit next to somebody that doesn't think they're a hero. You know, these people that just are doing their job.
Yeah,
they're not doing anything out of the ordinary. That, you know, why are you honoring us? But it's.
Of course, you've almost made a living out of that down at the Hall of Pride. I mean,
living?
you've got a lot of people that are very famous, and there are people down there that the names don't necessarily ring a bell either.
That's true. We do people that everybody has heard of, and we have done people that nobody has heard of, but they've done something amazing. This guy, we just did this. Jim Miller, who grew up in Waterloo and graduated from East High School, went to Wartburg as the wrestling coach, and wrestling in Wartburg was nothing. And over the last 23 years, he's won like 15 national championships and had 35 individual championships, and he's just turned that whole program around, and he's an Iowa kid. And so we get to do, whether it's athletics or music or drama or life, we get to honor these people, and it's so fun for me to.
How about agriculture? You got that nice agriculture.
We got an agriculture. And now we're in the middle of the tournaments, and last week we had wrestling, and that's always crazy, and next week is girls and then boys, and so.
Because you are located in the Iowa Event Center over on the end of the building there, so you must get an awful lot of kids coming in.
Do you know that we're actually 240 steps from Wells Fargo Arena?
You counted them?
I counted them. We have this. They have this big ribbon board in the arena, and so I thought, how cool would it be if people knew how close we were? So I actually counted.
Oh, that's a good idea.
The steps, and so it goes around the board. And
see,
it says,
before you explained that, I thought that's sick. Why do
that is sick. Yeah. Well, then I visited all the schools in the state too, and that was sick too. So.
Well, let's get down to brass tacks here. We have a very special guest in the studio. Krista McCalley is here, and she's been working for the South Suburban Y. She's the aquatics director out there. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I actually moved to the Indianola Y now.
Oh, is that right?
Yes,
yeah, I thought I saw somewhere where you were in Indianola.
Yes.
But you have spent a lot of time around water, and tell about the time that you were at Gray's Lake. And you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. Well, I was out there working, actually. I was with a girl who was training to be a triathlete. And so we were practicing going to the buoys and back and swimming. When we got back to shore, I looked out and there was a girl out there who I'd been kind of scanning the pool. That's kind of what we do when we're lifeguards.
That's natural instinct.
Thing. That's just what you do. And she was out by the buoys and was having some trouble, it looked like. And I yelled out to her. She did not answer me, which is always a sign, so I swam out to the buoys to get to her, and by the time I got to her, she was underwater. So I went down and pulled her up and swam her to the shore. Wow.
Did she talk? Was she able to talk at all while you were pulling her, or what happened after that?
Once she came up to the surface, she had not gone unconscious. She just had been flailing and just got too tired and went under, and so when I brought her up, she was able to help me kick so that I wasn't bearing all the weight, and got her to the side. So she just said that she was tired, and that's how it kind of goes. You see non-swimmers and swimmers having trouble in the water, and most of the time it's somebody who can swim and it's just gotten exhausted. So.
When you need to help somebody like that, what happens to you? Do you get a big adrenaline rush, or is it just another day at the office?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't think any rescue has been an easy rescue, whether it's just a little kid bobbing or someone who actually needs help, like real help, and your heart races and you just go for it. It's like that mother instinct that you get, and you just go for it.
So how many times have you had to rescue somebody?
I can't really answer that. A few times. There's been some that have been really difficult and some that have been easier. But it's just when you've been a lifeguard for 10 years, it's just part of your life, and you take everything seriously when it comes to that. So safety.
Well, we have something for you here. We wanted to honor you, and well, first of all, we're honored that you were able to come in here today.
Thank you.
But Bonnie, you want to do the honors here?
Krista, we have for you a plaque that says Van and Bonnie Hall of Pride 2014 Hall of Heroes inductee, presented to Krista McCalley. Thank you for serving Iowans on behalf of the Iowa Hall of Pride and WHO Radio.
Wow, thank you so much. It's
Sure.
such an honor.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
You bet. Now, let's see, Gray's like it's going to be a while before we're swimming in that one, isn't it?
Well, at least you hope so.
Yeah.
You don't want to go in there right now.
Well,
You have to
great.
think twice before you swim out of that one.
Exactly.
Here, you just like you said, you know, somebody just doing their job.
Just doing their job, yep. You know, back in the day, back in the 60s, I was a lifeguard at the Jefferson Municipal Pool.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard women were throwing themselves in right and left.
You know, and I generally wore a coat and tie to do that. And I would have to take that off before I jumped in the pool.
I don't want to get this ass got wet.
But the people that were drowning always understood.
You know, seriously, Ronald Reagan used to be a lifeguard. And they said that women used to go out and fake drowning because he was handsome, you know.
I never had that problem. Mine were always little kids.
All right, well, it's 8:45 here this morning at W.